Hi everyone. Last week I was lucky enough to be invited to another Equal Voice event that was celebrating the 20th anniversary of Kim Campbell's time in office. Kim Campbell, for those of you who don't know or who aren't familiar with Canadian politics, was Canada's 19th Prime Minister, but more importantly, she was Canada's first female Prime Minister. I was really excited to meet her as a student of political science, especially as a female student of political science. There are very few case studies that young girls can look up to for inspiration of women who have been successful in politics, and hopefully in my lifetime I will see more women who get into higher positions of office, especially a second, fingers crossed, female Prime Minister. But this was a really awesome event. It was a panel discussion between Miss Campbell as well as 3 other women who have been involved in the political sphere, including Lauren Liu, one of the youngest NDP MPs in the House of Commons right now at 19. Crazy accomplishment. I took a lot of video. Unfortunately, the event venue, the lighting was terrible, the sound was terrible. It wasn't really conducive to a video, so I picked out the clips that came out the best and had some really inspirational messages, and I wanted to show you the highlights of this event because it was something I really enjoyed. I was really happy that I got to see Miss Campbell speak, and I actually got to meet her and take a picture with her as well, so that was pretty exciting. So take a look, and I hope you enjoy these highlights from the Equal Voice event celebrating 20 years after Kim Campbell's time in office.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada's 19th Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Kim Campbell. One of the things that we find if we look at the way women operate in politics, they're partisan when they need to be, but they're very often willing to make alliances across party lines. And there's a lot of research that shows that in legislatures where women do create those kind of alliances on certain issues, they are able to have an enormous impact on the agenda, and particularly with respect to issues that relate directly to the lives of women and children. My goal in the advancement of women is not because I think women are better than men, but because I think women are the repository of certainly half of the world's talent and ability, and also because the way we're socialized and the way we live our lives, we have a different reality very often from men, and we're often socialized to respond differently in certain circumstances. When you have diversity in decision making, you find that neither sex or no group can get stuck into the kind of groupthink and self-validation that is very human and natural. And I think it's important to understand that when we look at these psychological traps, when we look at the perils that come from having organizations that don't have that kind of diversity, we're not saying that this is because they are bad people. It's because we're all human. We all are reflections of our culture, and we all are subject to wishful thinking, to denial, to wanting to see the world the way we wish it would be. And that is why diversity is so important, why there is so much research that shows that when you have significant numbers of women in management or on corporate boards, you get better decisions, you get better results, higher return on investment. It's very important when we demand our equal place, when we assert the value of our sisters to be part of the power structure of our society. It is not selfish. And people who give us this place are not doing it to be kind or, giving us something that we don't really deserve. The empowerment of women is in fact a key component of the recipe for a better world. I think what happens with the advancement of women is that men also find that they can be all the things that they are. Much of the rhetoric sometimes does an ill service to men. I know so many. My life is full of wonderful men, and my career is a reflection of wonderful men having faith in me and giving me the opportunity to show what I can do. This is not a battle of men versus women. This is a battle of men and women who get it, working to persuade the men and women in the world who don't get it. Somewhere in the Langevin building, probably in the Langevin building, there are maybe a couple of boxes of stationery that say La Première Ministre. Because quand j'étais Premier ministre du Canada, mon enseignante de français a insisté que j'utilise la forme féminine de mon titre. My French instructor insisted that I use the feminine version of my title. So there is a stationery that says La Première Ministre, and I hope that before it gets too yellowed and old and crumbles, that somebody will be in there and take it out and use it. Thank you.
So that's it for me this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for new videos every Monday. See you guys soon. Bye.